Hi there, in this video we're going to see a dialogue in Maltese and we're going to translate it word by word. So the text was checked by a native Maltese, it's a good dialogue. I'll give some pointers here and there and explain a little bit more when there's more to explain. And we're first going to read the whole dialogue and then see the explanations. Alright, so there you go. Let's start. Oh, bonsoir Albi. Bonsoir. Kif kienet il-ġurnata tijak? Insomma, kelli ħafna xogħol u għamilt froġġa. Miskin, x'ġara? Ippruvajt l-almu tiegħi biex ngħin lill-klijenti iżda ma kienx biżejjed. Mela, mhux il-problema tiegħek jekk ippruvajt kollox. Kultant ma nafx, xi trid tagħmel illejla. Forsi nistgħu noħorġu nixorbu ftit, idea eċċellenti. Fejn se jmorru? Naf bar ġdid, fil-kantuniera ta' Triq il-Kbira. Ta' Jean? Iva, tafu? Jean kien il-klijent diffiċli li kelli llum. Imma għandu qalbu tajba, hux vera? Lanqas xejn, hu ħażin. X'għamel? Qatt mhu kuntent u jinnegozja kontinwament. Veru? Din xi ħaġa irritanti. U wara satejn ta' negozjati taf xi jgħidli? Le, għada niġi mill-ġdid. Forsi nistgħu mmorru l-bar tiegħu u nagħmlulu ħajtu komplikata. Issa, din hija idea tajba. Alright, that's a long dialogue, so we're going to go back up and start sentence by sentence. So, what is this? Au? This is a very informal way to say hi to friends and to people you know. Bonsoir is good evening, and then Albi is literally my heart, but it's to say my love, like the person you love. It's a pet name you can use. Albi, so my heart, and the I here that you see, that is because it is my heart. So in English we put the my in front of the word, in Maltese at the end of the word. Alright, so second sentence. Bonsoir, kif kienet il-ġurnata tijak? Some people pronounce it tijek, some people pronounce it tijak. Bonsoir, again, good evening. Like in French. In French it's bonsoir, and bonsoir it is in Maltese. Kif, how, kienet was, il-ġurnata tijak, your, tijak, and day. And il is the. How was your the day? So yeah, in Maltese you can use here the article il as well, even if you're saying tijak after the noun, after giornata. Now, kienet is the female version, and why? Because il giornata is a female word, and tijak is your. And you may wonder, well, you just said Albi. Why is this here pasted to the alp? Why is it pasted to the heart? And here you have the whole word tijak. Well, there are some words that can do that can put the possessive i at the end of the word, and others can only have the tijak or the ti. It would be then for my. The ek would change into an I. Alright, so let's continue. Insomma, kelli ħafna xogħol u għamilt froġġa. Insomma is like a little word in between. Sometimes it means something. For example, when you're asking how are you, kif inti, and you would say insomma, then it's like, oh well, it's going okay, without being really good or being really bad. And then so that's insomma here. Yeah, actually, how was your day? Then you could say, oh, it wasn't really bad. And you can also use it as a word in between. Kelli ħafna xogħol I had, kelli. So that's kel for to have, and then you add these little conjugations here that you can also see here to conjugate the verb to have. And then hafna shol, a lot of work. So hafna is in front of the verb. Not all verbs use this I to conjugate actually this is an exception. So if the verb is conjugated with an I and with tiak, it's rather exceptional. And u amilt froja, that's literally and I made an omelette. And you'd be like, wait, what? You made an omelette at work? Well, this is actually an expression, I made a mess out of it. So that's amilt, I made, from amel, and froja, an omelette, and amilt froja. Together, it's an expression. Miskin, jara. Miskin is, oh, poor you. And jara, what? The sh here, that's what. And jara is happened. And if you know any Maltese and you see there's something that happened, feel free to use this very interesting and useful phrase. Jara, what happened? Alright. I provide l-almutija biex ngħid lill-klijenti iżda ma kienx biżejjed. I tried my utter best to help the client, but it wasn't enough. So I provide, I tried, that comes from Italian, I think. L-almutija, my utter best, like really, the best of the best. Biex, and biex is very often used in order to, so or to here. 9, I help, and then lil clienti, to the client, or well, here in English I help the client. In Maltese you use the lil here. So that's 9 and if you know some basic conjugation, you know that the N stands for I in front of the noun in the present tense. Alright, and isda, but, one of the many ways to say but in Maltese. You also have imma, for example, but isda is also one way to say but. And ma kienx biżejjed, it wasn't enough. Biżejjed, enough. And ma kienx, that's the negative, so that's ma plus was. Kien means was, and then ma sh is the negative. So ma kienx biżejjed, it wasn't enough. Mela mhux il-problema tiegħek, jekk I provide kollox. Mela, that's a word in between. Probably the first word in Maltese you understood. You can use it in any sentence. Mhux il-problema tiegħek. Mhux problema, maybe you've heard that. It's not a problem or no problem. But here, mhux il-problema, we use the article here. It's not your problem. Mhux il-problema tiegħek. Tiegħek, we already seen it here. If you tried everything. I provide, you tried, and you think, well, I provide, well, we've seen that here. And yes, here it was I tried, and here it is you tried in the past tense. And yes, the single for the past tense for I and you is the same in Maltese. And jekk, if, I provide, kollox, kollox is everything. So, well, it's not your problem if you tried everything. Kultant ma nafx, sometimes I don't know. Kultant, sometimes ma nafx, I don't know. Also very useful when someone asks you something and you have no idea. Well, ma nafx is always a good answer, I don't know. Good. Then, she trid tagħmel Leila. She, what? Trid, you want, but in English, what do you want? Trid, so here the T is for the you, the conjugation of the you that you usually put in front. If you remember, the N was the for the first person, so I, and te, that's for the second person. She treat Tamel il Leila. What do you want to do in the evening? Or well, this evening. Leila, evening. Tamel, you do. So what do you want to do? And it is one of these funny things about Maltese is that you do, and then you you want and you do. In English you would use the infinitive. You want to do. But here in Maltese we just say you want, you do, which is, well, maybe a little easier if you think about it, but well. Alright, next, forsi ni stau. Ni hoju, ni shorbuftit. Forsi, from Italian, maybe. Ni stau, that's we can. And then you can see here the N, and then the U at the end indicate that it is the we form. Maybe we can. And then no hoju, again, same as here, trit tamel, tt, N, U, and U, no hoju. And then here again, ni shorbuftit. So then you know it's the we. So, and the translation, maybe we can go out and we can drink a little bit. Ftit, a bit. Ni shorbu, we drink. No horju, we go out. Ni stau, we can. Or we are able to. But here, maybe we can go out, drink a little bit. Idea eccellenti. Eccellenti, that's excellent. Recognize it from English, but maybe it's also an Italian word. And idea, idea, don't say ID, like in English, idea eccellenti. Excellent idea. Fijnse morgen. Where, and then the se here, the se is used to say the future tense, and moru is we go. And it's one of those special, well, there are many special verbs in Maltese, but okay, here where you don't have an N. So you see here the nistau, here there is no N, it's just double M. And moru, but you see here the U is there again. Where are we going? Moru, going, very important verb. Moer, I go, etc., etc. Nafbar jdit fil kantonira tatri il kbira. Naf, I know, bar, bar. Jdit, new, I know a new bar. And see here that the adjective jdit is after the noun. Nafbar jdit, it's a little bit strange, because we've seen here, well, before, hafna shol, a lot of work, but here, adjective jdit is behind the bar. Oh God, why is that? Well, adjectives are after the noun, but hafna isn't an adjective. And that's why the hafna is in front of the noun. Mistake I often made, and maybe I'm still making, but you can just, so now you can stop making that mistake. Hafna shol in front of the noun and jdit after the noun. So I know a new bar, fil kantonira, in the corner of Tri il Kbira, of the big street, main street. So fil, the F indicates in, and we're going to paste it to the article fil kantonira, in the corner. Ta is of, and here you see there is no article here. There's no itri, so we're not going to say tal, but we're going to say ta. Tatri il Kbira. Il Kbira, big, the big street. And ta Jean, from Jean, or it's the possession of Jean. And then we're going to scroll down a little bit. Whoop. Eva, Tafu. Yes. Do you know him? And you'll be like, wait, what? It's an U here. It should be the plural. Well, yeah, but U can also be hem. Iva, tafu, so taf, do you know? And then the U is hem. Yep, very confusing, but that's the way it is. And okay, you know him. Jean kien il client difficili li kelli lum. Jean was the difficult client I had today. And here again you see Jean kien, Jean was. Il client, the client, difficili difficult, li that, kelli I had, lum today. Here again you see the adjective is after the noun. Oh no. Why is that? Well, because in Maltese it's like that. In English, the difficult client. In Maltese, il client difficile. Adjective after the noun. Kelly, I had, and then loom, you would be like, wait, today. But today is illum. Yeah, that's true. But the I is dropped when the last I, or when there's a vowel at the end of the word before. So, Kalilum, you don't write the I here because there's already an I there, or because there's a vowel there. Alright? Good. Imma andu albu taiba ushver. But, so imma, I remember one of those buts, isda is possible, but imma is also possible. Andu albu taiba, he has a good heart. So Andu, he has. Albu, his heart. And Taiba, good. Ushvera, and that's like it's a little bit like isn't it? Or more like right. But he has a good heart. Right. And then lan as Shane, no, not at all. U hazin. No, not at all. Shane means nothing. And u hazin, he is bad. So hazin is bad. He's not good. Shamel, what did he do? Amel, so that's he did, or he did do, something like that. And sh is, as you already know, what. At mukuntent, he was never happy. And you would be like, wait, isn't this mush? He was never happy, or he wasn't happy. Well, if you have a word like at, that's never, we're going to drop the sh at the end. You still have the m, but you will be using the at to, well, somehow replace the sh at the end of the verb. And do not confuse the sh at the end of the verb with the sh at the beginning of the verb, because that's what. And the sh at the end is to say something in the negative. So, he was never happy. Ou he negocia continuamente. And he negotiates continuously. Or like, oh, he isn't happy and he negotiates continuously. Continuamente. Ye negotia. The ye indicates that it's in the third person. And he negotiates continuously. Veru, really? Dinci haja irritanti. This xi haja irritanti, you may know that in Maltese you don't need to use the verb to be. Sometimes it's possible, but here, din xi haja irritanti, you see there is no verb here. This, and then xi haja is something, sometimes it's pronounced shahaja, and then irritanti, irritating, something you don't like. Din xi haja irritanti, this something irritating. Where's the verb? Well, when there's no verb, usually you just put to be. So this is something interesting. Din xi haja irritanti. And why is it din here? Well, the E is because it is female haja. Xi haja is female. Good. U varas attenta negoziati, taf sjaidli. And after 2 hours of negotiation, so u and, wara, maybe you know that from waren of sinar, il waren of sinar itayep, after good afternoon, wara is after, satein, that's one of those many curiosities of the Maltese language. You have a sia, which means hour, but in Maltese you have a dual plural. And what does it mean? It's a plural specifically for nouns, for saying two pieces of the noun. And here, satein, sia, and then you see it, ein, after 2 hours of negotiation, so ta negotiati, satein ta negotiati, and this ein, this dual plural, you can recognize it by the ein or sometimes ein at the end of the word. Obviously, it's rather hard to form it because, well, it changes the word here before sia becomes here sa. So after 2 hours of negotiating, taf shaili, do you know, taf, sh, what, and then yait means he tells, and then li, to me. So in proper English that would be, do you know what he says to me, or what he tells me? Le, oh, that's an easy one, no. So after 2 hours of negotiation, do you know what he's telling me? Ada niji miljdit. Ada, tomorrow. Niji, I come. Miljdit, again. So Jean is a little bit of, well, not so nice. Huh? He's negotiating for 2 hours and he's negotiating continuously and he's never happy. And tomorrow he's coming again. And Ada, that's tomorrow, niji, the N, I come, niji, miljdit, and from new, that would literally be the translation, but it means again. Tomorrow, niji miljdit. Forsi nistau morul partiau un namlulu haitu complicata. Maybe we can go, so we can go to the bar, and this is something very strange. When you're saying to go, in English you would say, I'm going to the bar, but in Maltese you don't use the to, and with mur. You have just moru bar. You would think, there needs to be something with al or lil, but no, moru doesn't take this al or this lil. Maybe we can go to his bar, tiao, el bar, his bar, namlulu haitu complicata, and we make namlu. We make, and then here, well, literally it would be, we make to him his life, haitu, complicata, complicated. So it means we're going to annoy him, or we're going to make his life a little bit more complicated. And haitu is also one of those words that can take the possessive at the end of the noun. So you don't see here tiao, you see here the u is pasted to haitu. Good. And then the last phrase, isa, din ia idea taiba. Now, this is a good adjective goes after idea. This is a good idea. All right, let's read it again and try to understand what the dialogue was. So let's go again. Bonso Albi. Bonso, kif kienet il-ġurnata tiegħek? Insomma, kelli ħafna xogħol u għamilt froġġa. Miskin, xġara. Ippruvajt l-almu tiegħi biex ngħin lill-klijenti, iżda ma kienx biżejjed. Mela, mhux il-problema tiegħek jekk ippruvajt kollox. Kultant ma nafx. Xi trid tagħmel illejla? Forsi nistgħu nħorġu nixxorbu ftit idea eccellenti. Feinse mor. Nav barjdit fil cantonira ta tri il gbira. Ta Jean, Iva. Tafu? Jean kien il-klient diffiċli li kelli llum. Imma għandu albu tajba u xfera? Lanas xejn, u għazin. X'għamel? Għatmu kuntent u jinegozja kontinuament. Veru? Din xi ħaġa irritanti. U wara satejn ta' negozjati taf x'jgħidli? Le, għada niġi mill-ġdid. Forsi nistgħu immorru l-bar tiegħu u nagħmlu l-ħajtu komplikata. Issa din hija idea tajba. Alright, I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe if you like it, and if you want more of these dialogues, want to learn more this way, here are a few suggestions for some other videos like this one, and see you there.